here we are. It is Sunday. It is May 28th. It is Doors Open Winnipeg. I love this time of year. It's my favorite time of year. So I don't have my normal co-host, not to say that you're abnormal, but I have my husband, Rick. Say hello.
Hi.
So this is Jas.
And this is Rick.
And this is Giving Up the Ghost Podcast. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we're just going to wait till people come, and we're going to talk a little bit about the histories and possible hauntings, and if anybody has any stories. So we're also going to go on a tour a little later just to get a better feel for the environment and the ambiance. And it is a very, very cool place.
Looking forward to a nice walk through this facility.
Yes. It's a very busy place.
Well, a lot of activity getting ready for the walkthroughs.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of guests coming and going, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll just start reading some of the history.
Sure.
Get that out of the way before it gets busy. So again, today we are at the Mariaggi Theme Suite Hotels, 231 McDormand Street. This is essentially an article that I got from Winnipeg Free Press from June of 2004. So it says, the basement, home to what was considered the longest bar in the West, 6,000 square feet, and it was called the Gents Private Dining Room. It was Western Canada's first European-style luxury hotel, the Grotto, and it was built to resemble Italy with its old caves and stretched out from Albert Street all the way over to Arthur Street, and it featured a waterfall that cascaded into a pond of goldfish. Sounds lovely.
Interesting.
I don't think it's here anymore, but that was when it was originally built. So also it says an enclosed horse-drawn carriage dubbed the M-Bus picked up wealthy guests from the CPR and Great Northern Railway Station and the new Walker Theatre, at the time new because,
Right.
The 3-story Edwardian building, red brick trimmed with salmon-colored stone quarried on the Kettle River in northeastern Manitoba, was built in 1901 by Winnipeg lawyers James Stewart Tupper and William J. Tupper, sons of former Canadian Prime Minister Charles Tupper. Construction cost $52,000, and it was originally the Alexandria block, a combination of retail shops and bachelor apartments. The Mariaggi converted it into a hotel, which then ran until 1908.
A little bit of history there.
Yep, really cool history. In 1903, Frank Mariaggi built Western Canada's first European-style hotel at 231 McDermott in Winnipeg. So Frank Mariaggi was born in Corsica in 1847, and he liked it in Manitoba and decided to stay. He married a woman from Gimli and began to dabble in real estate. The Mariaggi was operated on a European plan, meaning that the meals were offered separately from the accommodation, as opposed to the American plan common at other Winnipeg hotels, where a daily fee ranging from $1 to $3 included meals and accommodations. Meals were served at all hours. The Mariaggi boasted an oyster bar and a Turkish bath and a sparkling fountain. There were separate dining rooms for men and women, and Frank himself was the chef of the hotel, as he also had a farm on the outskirts where he raised vegetables, poultry, and Jersey cows. So he'd have fresh produce for his menu items. What a nice touch.
Nice.
You wouldn't find that nowadays. So occupying an entire city block on McDermott Avenue between Arthur and Albert Street in Winnipeg's Exchange District, the hotel featured separate dining rooms for women and men, as we said before, a little bit of a duplication, as well as the private dining rooms in the basement grotto. Presumably, I wonder if it's still here. Hopefully we can check that out. It sounds really cool. Presumably designated to resemble the caves of Mariaggi's native Corsica. A la carte meals, again, were available all hours of the day, and rooms single or in a suite. Each richly appointed suite had its own toilet, bath, and sink, electric lights, modern steam heat, telephone, and elegant furnishings, which far surpassed the standard hotel room of the day. The grotto made the Mariaggi the toast of the town, and there were 4 small dining rooms and a bar in the hotel basement. Sand and mortar were knotted onto the walls and into the center where the pool was for the goldfish. The whole concept was intriguing and just a bit risque, which drew patrons in droves. The Mariaggi was also a favorite watering hole for the Winnipeg Free Press reporters, and interestingly enough, today the Free Press Cafe is located in the same building that once housed the original Mariaggi Hotel. So the hotel was very elegant. It had both single rooms and suites. And the fact that they had their own bathrooms was unique at that time, as well too, with all the fancy furnishings and steam heat. So everything was decorated with velvet carpets, thick drapes, oak chairs, covered in leather, and brass beds and oriental couches. So Frank was an innovative man and a successful one. He made his fortune in land dealings in Winnipeg and in Port Arthur, and then he moved back to Corsica in 1908 as he had purchased his father's estate. He restored it and was also later named the mayor of that local village. He died in 1918, but his name continues to be associated with the theme hotel that today continues its original aim of providing richly appointed suites and elegant furnishings.
Very nice. Sounds like a very fancy place.
It's a very beautiful place. The lobby here, we'll have to take pictures. Like, it's just amazing. Really, I love the brick. That's beautiful. Well, one other thing to note that I found in a newspaper article going back to like 1904, January 28th of 1904, in the Tribune, there was an ad listing for a stay at the hotel at $2 to $6 per night.
Well, that's a pretty sweet deal, if you ask me.
This is going to be fun. Did you bring the alcohol?
Nope.
Oh,
Just
it's going to be a
water.
long day.
Just water today.
Oh my God. Wonder if I should do the other part here. So I'm going to discuss real quickly the possible hauntings at the Mariaggi. Oh, some tour people are coming, so we'll wait till they pass. A lot of people coming in. Giving Up the Ghost podcast. We're not recording live, but we're recording today. And if anybody has any stories, let us know.
Ghost stories? Anything
Yeah,
interesting
Winnipeg,
about the city?
Manitoba. Yep. If you'd like to take a business card, you can get a hold of us, and we're downloaded wherever podcasts are found. I think 30 different outlets now. So
I'm sure we have plenty of ghost stories to share.
yeah, we love to hear all stories, and no judgment whatsoever, because we've had our own experiences. So
Ghost story I have an experience. One tried to push me down because you were. I took pictures of the experiences. What about the jar of rice that flew at your head? Yeah. Because I'm not.
a jar of rice flew at her head
Yeah.
of your house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Our mom's house.
oh boy.
Where the toilet and the sink and the bathtub that kept turning on and flushing. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, our mother yelled and it stopped after that.
Ah, sometimes that happens.
Plumbing issue, it wouldn't have stopped.
You have to assert dominance sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah. But we were in the kitchen. It's like 2.5 feet from where the rice was sitting.
Well, here, let's hear your story. Is it
Oh, it's good.
here? No, it's all good. It's all good. So
It's
again,
not live.
It's not live. Yeah.
We were 2.5 feet away in the kitchen. There's a big distance from where the rice was, and it's a big, heavy blue glass jar full of rice.
Mm-hmm.
It flew and smashed into the floor right by her head, almost hit her.
Jeez. That's crazy.
So we said we're leaving the kitchen. We went to sit in the living room. And then our dog, very cute, small little Shih Tzu Bichon, ran towards the hallway barking.
Oh, wow.
And then he came back towards his tail between his legs whining.
So he saw something, or he
Yeah,
sensed
so
something.
we were just
Saw
like,
or sent something for
Yeah.
we're
sure.
just going to stay in the living room because apparently it was safe.
Oh, wow. And nothing since. That was just the one and only time.
no,
There's been other
we've had
incidences, yeah.
Plenty of things.
Is it an old house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's over 100 years.
Is it in Winnipeg or?
Yeah.
Oh.
West End.
Well, we do I wouldn't say investigations, but we do history searches. If you ever want to email us and send us the address, I'm a few searches behind, but we usually do find something. Just to give you an idea, to put
It does look
a
like
name,
a barn house, so it's probably been there for a while.
probably.
Oh, okay.
But it's always nice to put a name to a ghost, like who you're living with or dealing with, and then that way you can kind of be straight with them.
Or do you want to know?
I think so. Maybe protective.
Yeah, the upstairs in our house, everyone felt calm and anyone could fall asleep in the rooms. You just
Okay.
always felt safe upstairs.
Oh, that's nice. That's a
in
good
our
feeling.
house.
Yeah.
And if you're in her bedroom and the door's open at a certain time of night, you can see an elderly couple walk and go through the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't see that. You said that you saw it earlier in life, and you remembered, and you were like, you saw them too.
So you saw like an elderly couple walk through the
Yeah.
wall? Oh, okay.
It was weird, but I didn't feel like I was unsafe.
Threatened.
so-
Yeah. Well, and that's all that really matters, really.
Yeah.
Because there's so many places that are, have things, and we
You
just
got experiences too.
yeah.
It brought us together.
Oh, really?
We shared ghost stories.
That's nice. That's good. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, we always want to hear. So,
He also has investigation gear. He's interested in stuff like that.
oh, sweet, yeah. You should get a hold of Winnipeg Paranormal Group. They're looking for more people, I think. Yeah. We've recently become, connected with them and stuff. They've invited us on a couple investigations. We were out with them 2 weeks ago at the nunnery in Eli, Manitoba, which is now a B&B. So it didn't really sense too much. I've only gone through maybe some of the audio I have so far, but very cool place. So yeah, like there's places, and I don't know if you've ever known this, but a lot of places, unless renovations start, you'd never know the place had spirits. But it seems to be renovations they don't like that. So just saying. Yeah. Don't blame them. Don't mess with my house.
Sometimes from what I hear, spirits are attached to specific objects. It's not like they're there.
No.
They're just a memory of the place.
That's right.
And once that object has been removed or replaced, that memory is no longer there.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Yeah. Give us, contact us for sure. It's a beautiful place, honestly. Like, it is just gorgeous.
Nice
your
place.
place is gorgeous, I have to
Yeah.
say.
I
Yeah.
know.
Lots of, I don't have to tell you that. Anybody got a ghost story? Anybody believe in ghosts? Anybody curious? Yeah? Take a card, check us out. But if you got a story, we'd love to hear.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
So I used to live in Sydney, Australia, and I was we were living in a house that was like a commune at the time.
Okay.
It was a commune. It was like a house where people came and stayed and then left. A lot of travellers.
Yeah.
The woman who owned the house, she was in a relationship with someone from New Zealand, and he was good friends with somebody else. Anyway, long story short, there were arguments. This woman was very spiritual and that sort of thing.
Right.
Her husband Willie had passed away, and his best friend was a drinker. She liked gin. There was a moment when his best friend.
If you come a little closer, sorry.
When his best friend had passed away, that I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I could smell gin.
Oh, wow.
Strong scent of gin under
Right.
my nose, and it's like something's happened. It was really weird. We found out the following morning that something had happened to him.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
It's funny how that
It's
connection.
just
eh?
yeah.
Like it's calling hard on the way out,
Yeah. And we went to the Vaughan Street Jail this morning.
Yes.
And that was really interesting too. A lot of people could smell something there.
Lilac, I think, from yesterday. They were saying yesterday. No, roses. They could smell roses. We were there yesterday. Me and my other partner. This is my husband, Rick. I'm Jas.
Hi.
My normal partner, no offense, isn't
Normal partner, yeah.
my ghost
I'm just
partner.
filling in.
Yeah, he's the fill-in. But we sat in the back in the courtyard for a couple hours, and apparently we found out later the lady named Susan that was telling the stories in the parking lot.
Yeah.
She was actually saying that there was at least 8 people that remarked that they could smell roses in the jail.
Same thing as well.
Okay, you guys want to move over?
Sorry. It was nice meeting you, by the way.
So has anybody actually been to our hotel? No? No? And did you know about the Mariaggi before? No. Nothing? No. We're the best kept secret in Canada. Yeah. We've been here almost 40 years, and we probably have put through thousands of people here. You know, typically people don't go to a hotel in the city they live in. 70% of the hotel industry is based on people traveling on holidays and business and so on. 70% of our guests are right from Winnipeg and around Winnipeg. We also have people coming in, visiting friends and relatives from all over Canada and the States. And this building was built in 1900 for about $50,000. That's the price of a typical car. Today, people that are married with young children don't have a lot of time together, and that's the reason we've been very successful in providing an escape for couples for their anniversary, for their birthday. Typically 50 years ago, when the husband went to work, he came, come on in girls, he came home at 5 o'clock, and his wife met him at the door with the slippers and the newspaper. And that doesn't happen anymore. Probably the least, come on in folks. Thank you. The least used room in any home today is the dining room. People don't have time to dine. They get home at 5 o'clock and order skip the dishes. So our rooms are very unique and different, and as you go through, you'll see some of the incredible rooms. We've been known as Winnipeg's most romantic holiday escape for couples. None of our rooms have hotel furniture in the room. Everything in the China room is from China. Everything in the India room is from the temple in India. So we really provide a different escape. Brought everything from the east, and all these buildings around here were warehouses and storage facilities. There are only about 3 buildings, maybe 4, in this whole exchange district that you can walk off the street into the property. All the other buildings are built like with 6-foot floors, so you can't see into the building. This is one of the things that has been a problem with Winnipeg, because people like to window shop. When you're walking around these buildings, you're looking at a stone foundation, because they were built for warehousing. They were not built for retail. So, as I say, only about 3 or 4 buildings in this whole area have access off the main floor. So, as you go through, you'll see that the rooms are all completely different. There's no room the same. TripAdvisor has named us as one of the top 10 romantic hotels in the world, and that's quite a thing for Winnipeg. We also have gift certificates available, so if anyone wants to buy a gift certificate for anniversary or birthday, we have them available.
Steady today, very steady. Very steady today, that's awesome.
Well, I think a lot of people have heard of it and just haven't been. They're curious.
Yeah,
Right. Sure, and if they have young kids, they don't have any peace.
that's right.
You
Right.
gotta take their kids to piano, soccer, hockey,
Yeah.
Gymnastics, whatever.
Yeah. So, well, it's nice to see that your son is also doing this with you. That's awesome. Yeah, very nice.
he's incredible. What are all the speakers? What are this for?
Oh, that's just for the recording.
That's
Oh,
ma-
yeah.
Yeah, the mic.
What are you recording?
So we're just recording stories. We went over the history with regards to the hotel. And then whenever you talk and, we pick up some of the history. And we do know that there was a haunting here, sort of. A haunting, right? Like,
I don't remember. People said that, but
yeah.
I don't know anything about
But I think the original owner was accused of killing somebody. He got off of those charges, but they say that that's the person that's here.
it. Oh, really?
Yeah, from like 1906 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I mean, it's an old building. I mean, anything could have happened, like anything.
Yeah, well, sure.
Of
course.
Sure. Could be even transient from the exchange district,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So, but
I'm sure.
a lot of people like that, though. A lot of people are intrigued by
Right,
that,
right. If the walls could talk, right?
Well, yeah, that's just it. The good stories, anyways.
Yeah, the good stuff. Yeah, for
So
sure.
do we get a recording of what you've done here after?
Sure, I can send you a link once I've edited it and packaged
Good.
it for
Well,
sure.
that's good.
Yeah,
Is that what you do then?
our hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby.
We're downloaded in 43 countries. We've been doing this for 4 years. We've had a lot of hiatus because of, whether me or my
Right.
partner had illness or COVID. We couldn't get together.
Right.
But yeah, we're probably also Winnipeg's best kept secret as well. But we've done 148 episodes and we covered everything. We drink and swear a little bit too. That makes it interesting. We drink and swear a little bit. But that's okay. That takes the edge off, right? Free talking, free thinking.
Call yourself Giving.
Giving Up the Ghost
Giving Up
podcast.
the Ghost podcast.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's all about local stories, about ghosts.
Yeah,
and
we're all local. Nothing.
Really?
We'll talk about what we call ramble souls. We'll talk about like elves and fairies around the world, like different type things. But we more so focus on stories because there's so many stories. Like Winnipeg is so old, Manitoba.
Right.
Yeah.
local hauntings.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's a lot of buildings
It's a fun
that are
hobby.
around.
It
that are-
is, and we made a lot of connections. Yeah, just really very cool.
I'll give you my email. You can
For sure.
send me the link.
Okay. Hi. Special guest. Hi. You just by yourself today? You want to come sit here?
Come on, you guys.
We have Lori with us. Hi, folks. Crazy. Got all quiet all of a sudden. Hi, Susan.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? You did show up.
I did, yeah. I went to Connor House.
Oh,
Connor House
nice,
first,
nice.
So I hiked there.
You're going to have so much material, hey?
Well, you know, it's interesting. They don't let you take photos or film or anything inside there.
What?
I know, and then there's me walking in with my stupid camera because that's just who I am as a human.
Of course, yes.
And one of the ladies like, did you not see the sign outside? I completely didn't because one of the volunteers, who was a lovely
Yeah.
older gentleman, was like,
That's what you should have said. You should have said, do you know who I am?
No, I would never. Because also no.
Soon.
But
yes.
I mean, there's lots of photos and stuff.
I know you're not. I know you're not like that, but it would be good advertising for them, really.
I know.
You know.
I know. I did buy their book and all sorts
You
of
did,
stuff,
eh?
so
Another
I-
book?
yeah.
Nice.
I'm such a nerd. But they only took cash, so they were just books, and I could only have. I had cash enough for one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird I even had cash on me.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, it was
Hi there.
kind of funny as I'm like walking in with my phone. You can't film here. Oh,
It's like, how rude.
it's like, I'm sorry, what year is this? No, just kidding.
So, Susan, this is my friend. Well, first off, this is my husband, Rick.
Hi.
And
Hi.
this is my good friend, Lori.
Hi.
She follows you, too.
Amazing.
Of course.
I love that.
Once we finish recording, then we're going to pack it up and then go for a tour as well. So,
Oh, okay, so you haven't even had the
not
tour
yet. No. I'm super excited.
Like the deal is with the ghosts?
What's that?
Do we know what the deal is with the ghosts?
Actually, we didn't get to the haunting part. I did the history, and then we're gonna just. I got a little blurb of the. Actually, where's
Do it now?
yeah, I'll do it right now while we're waiting. Okay, all right. Talk to you girls after.
Have fun.
I'll wait to read that for you.
Hang out with Susan.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you. Yeah, take a card for sure, and definitely get a hold of us. Email us, Facebook us. Actually, we're more Facebook oriented than anything, but yeah.
My mom is huge into spirituality. She's wicked.
Okay.
I would love to have.
You know what? We would love to talk to people like that for sure. Get a hold of us. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Actually,
perfect.
just recently went to a psychic to talk to relatives that have passed. Got some really interesting stories, or really interesting. Like, how did you know that situation?
How did you? It's hard to find a good psychic. How did you find a good psychic? Do you know who this person
I'm
is?
not sure. I don't go. It's my mom and my aunt go there every like once a year, I guess.
Okay. Well, even if you want to relay that information to us, that would be great. I know Winnipeg Paranormal Group, who we've recently started associating with, they're actually looking for a psychic as well. So, yeah, it's so hard.
I'll talk to my mom.
I will just pass the card on to
His dad has some stories.
Sure. Yeah, please do.
And he's very interested in things.
And you know, we're very open. Like we're not judgy, and I think a lot of people like that for that fact that we're not judgy. You know what I'm saying? Because
I couldn't tell you.
oh, sorry. Thank you.
I got two. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Very much.
Yeah. But yeah, like definitely, you know, like we have people tell us things that you would almost sound far-fetched, but you hear the genuine in their voice, and you know, like you just know, because especially if you've had experiences. Yeah, for sure.
I was there.
Yeah.
I almost got smacked.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been touched and a few times, like, and it's just like, yeah, no, that's not normal.
I've got one story that I'm pretty sure it was my grandfather saving my life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, almost drowned in a
Oh.
pool. My 16th birthday, when you guys went upstairs to prepare everything, and my friend, I didn't know he couldn't swim,
Oh no.
and he fell into the deep end and tried to use me as a flotation device.
Oh my God.
And I wasn't sure I was going to survive. And a voice, a man's voice, just started speaking to me in my head and told me how to save myself.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe divine intervention, right? Like, I mean, that's.
Yeah, when our grandfather died, I was very close to him. I used to tell my mom all the time that he would take me flying, and he was in a coma.
Oh.
And I would tell my mom, like, I'd be upstairs watching TV, and I'd go down and tell my grandpa to take me flying.
Oh.
And the day he died, my mom was there, and I went downstairs. I think it was around the time he passed away. And I told, and
you're with a babysitter.
I told her, "You're wrong. Grandpa's okay."
Oh.
He came to see me, and I said his hands aren't shaking anymore.
Oh.
He's okay now.
Yeah.
That's
And
nice.
he said everyone's name, and I said except for Real.
Hi.
Real's name, too.
But that's very comforting, you know. And then that
It's
way
a
you're
nice
at peace.
feeling.
But then that way you're at peace.
Six or something and a half.
Yeah.
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 Hi. Bye. Take care.
And a 7-year-old's not really going
Take
to
care. Bye.
lie about something like that.
Right.
Of course, no. Kids are most genuine. Like they're innocent in that way, because the world hasn't tainted them yet, right? So, I totally believe when kids have interactions, and you have to because they can't make this stuff up. Yeah, especially the ones that really don't watch TV. Like like little kids, they don't see a lot of. Well, normally they don't really see a lot of the bad stuff on TV and stuff, right?
A year later, I started watching horror movies.
Oh yeah.
It was a year later, but
Yeah.
at that point, it was only kids.
Thanks for sharing your story. Take care.
So that kind of stuff is. I always keep that close to me.
Yeah.
That's good.
I was close to it.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that he's there.
At peace
For sure.
and comforting.
Yeah. Well, it was nice talking with you, ladies. My name again is Jazz. What was your name?
Ren.
Bren?
Ren?
Dia? Very nice to meet you.
Nice to
and
meet you.
Your name?
Oh, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, not to leave you out.
This is Steven.
Hi, Stephen. Awesome.
Part of the
Yeah. Keep in touch and definitely, we'll have some stories down. Sure, we'd love to hear them. For sure.
Maybe a phone interview sometime. Just
Yeah.
share some stories.
We always like meeting like-minded individuals, right? So, yeah. So, all right. Well, have a
Okay,
good
have a
day.
good
Enjoy your day.
afternoon.
Take care.
Have a good day.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye. It's interesting, right? Yes. Wow. Hi.
So, in saying that, we're going to sign off for today. It's been quite the weekend, beautiful weekend, gorgeous weekend. Met a lot of people, amazing, just amazing overall. Really good experience, and especially the Mariaggi theme suites at, I think, is it 494?
231 McDermott.
231 McDermott. Please check it out. And again, remember to live every day like it is your last. Do you know this?
Giving up the ghost.
No. Live every day like it is your last, but never give up the ghost.
There you
Ciao
go.
for now. Bye. You should know this. You should. 148 episodes. You should know this. That's okay.